Should we find out DJ Payne's cooking here? He said, industry beat makers are lying, beat placements exposed. I don't know, it's 18 minutes though. I don't know, I feel like his videos are too long. They don't need to be that long. Like, he could probably get to the point in 6 minutes. Not 5x, but 2x maybe.
People want to make money, and this is also the era of the scammer. Hell, we love scammers. We glamorize scammers until we become victims of their scams. Now, for as long as I can remember, I've been getting DMs, emails.
Dude, he like pauses a lot.
Texts from producers who are telling me that they're getting scammed by industry producers, celebrity producers, celebrities in general. And I've made this statement time and time again that if anyone contacts you for any so-called opportunity and they ask you for money, so these two criteria are met, they contact you and they ask you for money in exchange for an opportunity that you didn't even ask for, it's a scam, period. However, as recently as
like 99.9% of the time.
This last week, I was contacted by no fewer than 4 producers telling me that they were being scammed. In this case, it was all by either other producers or people posing as other producers. I would love to live in a world where this just didn't happen, where people could use common sense and not fall victim to the beautiful and sexy lies that people tell them. Unfortunately, a lot of people won't internalize that because the dream is so much more appealing than the reality, especially
paying big producers for collabs. Okay, I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Paying to collaborate with a producer. There are a lot of industry producers that are reaching out to I guess new producers. I don't want to use the word no-name producers, but maybe producers who don't yet have any major accomplishments.
They produce for no name. Big ups.
And they're offering them collab services. Now, obviously, if these are big time producers, they're going to charge hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, but they're the ones reaching out to producers because they know that, and I'm not saying they're wrong for it. I mean, if they're providing a service and you're paying and they're telling you it's a collab that you're buying and not some kind of placement, look, it's your money, right? But see it for what it is. See it for you paying to work.
Bro, I see so many people do this. So like they're charging for collabs, like, and the reason why they charge so much for the collabs is because they can get you a placement, but they're not. There's no guarantee that they're going to.
The producer that you respect, maybe that's worth it to you if it is cool. But in my mind, the producers who are reaching out to lesser known producers and offering the service are playing on this well-known culture of wanting fast success. I think the perception when you purchase a collaboration from a bigger producer is that it's going to get placed. You know, like if you buy a collab from, and I tell people this all the time because there are producers who have reached out to me and like, hey, if I buy a collab from you, will you send it to this big artist and will it get placed here? And I'm like, no, I'll put it on my store. You know, I do this full time and I can't make promises because that would be me lying. But I think there's this unspoken notion that if you
How much do you think he charges for a collab?
The bigger producer opportunities are going to come. You don't know what these producers are going to do with this beat once they complete it. It could just sit on their hard drive. But that's paying for a collab. That's not paying for a placement. And I read something on Reddit recently. Let me show you the thread. Opinions on paying for beat placements. So it's pretty obvious that most people claiming to give placements in exchange for money are running a giant scam. I'm interested to see if anyone had success with paying in exchange for a
Dude, we need to stop placement culture. Shit's lame.
Now someone said, trust me, don't fall for it.
There's like way more to music success than just like placing your shit with a big artist.
I agree with them.
That wasn't even something I thought about when I started producing.
Palace's name came up a couple times. People keep
if Palace claims to have paid for one before, then it probably happens more than people think. Chances are, if you've ever legitimately propositioned for such a thing, you'll know when it's legit and won't feel nervous you do with this specific exchange.
Saying Palace claimed to have paid for a placement. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, and I very well could be. I'm pretty sure what Palace said was he paid for an email list, not a placement, but I could be totally wrong. So this producer said I paid for a placement before $500 to Matt Ox. Honestly, it was actually worth it. I guess it depends on...
Dude, who fucking said... This is probably Matt Ox on a fucking alt account. On a sock account. Yeah, I paid Matt Ox before for a placement. Only $500. It was so worth it.
What your definition of worth it is? Let's just be clear here. A placement is when you get your music purchased for use on a major project. That's what a major placement is. What this person is describing is buying a feature. He bought a feature from a rapper. He bought a feature from Matt Ox. I searched far and wide to find the song, and I did find it on his SoundCloud, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. It wasn't on YouTube. It certainly wasn't on Matt Ox's channel. So it wasn't, to me, a placement.
So yeah, that's not a placement then.
The song was good, but he bought a verse, you know, and people do that all the time, but it's not a placement. I could buy a verse from an artist right now and release it myself. That's not a placement. That's...
Bro, I'm never buying a feature, on God, dude. I swear to God, you buy a feature, there's no like guarantee that they're gonna give full effort into the verse. You know what I mean? They might just give you like the most like lazy ass verse and then just send it back to you, like mix it, like not even mix it well, like record it like shit. Like there's no guarantee that they're gonna do anything well for you. Why do they have to? You already paid them up front. I paid $1,000 to Sep from Unison Audio for a placement, and he took my money and blocked me. I mean, even if you weren't joking, like that wouldn't be that surprising.
Reaches out to you and says that They're going to get you a beat placement, or they got you a beat placement.
You know what's insane about this? We're playing this at 1.5x and it still feels normal. That's how slow he talks.
The regular fees associated with the placement. Here's the problem. Those don't exist. Those aren't real. Someone just made that up. And that's the short version. There are no fees associated with you getting a placement from the person getting you the placement. Now, let me show you the current scam that's been going around for months. And it's pretty much, I don't know if it's the same person. I don't know if it's a group of...
For this one, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure it's a scam. Someone like from Hip Hop DX told me that I could like pay them money to be featured on their blog. It kind of looks like he might be legit. I'm not 100% certain though, but I don't know. I just don't understand why you'd have to pay to get featured on a blog. Like he said something about like I have to pay my writers or editors or something. I was just like, what?
People, I don't know if it's just people stealing the scam from one another, but it's pretty much the same language in each and every email. It pretty much always starts like this.
Yeah, I agree, Dyla. Like that's like my main problem with his videos. Like his videos could be covered in like 6 to 10 minutes if he like just got through it faster, edited it better.
Hey fam, of course, anyone who says hey fam is probably
fam. That's like #1 scam.
Scamming you. Sorry to the people who say hey fam regularly. I trust and hope you're well. I'm personally contacting you.
Hey fam, I like to use that language. Stop it.
Because one of your beats was brought to my attention. I work alongside Sweetie and Doja Cat under Capitol Records. No, you don't. And did one of their biggest hits, Best Friends. Now, this language is common among all of these scams. They just kind of change the names of the artists. I've seen it for pop artists. I've seen it for rappers. I've seen it for singers. And then they say, with that being said, I got an opportunity if you're interested. They're just kind of fishing to see who will reply. And what they do is I guess what they're doing is they're finding beats on like YouTube, maybe BeatStars, and then just filling in the blank here. You know, this could just be any beat title. And then they just find the email address and they reach out to the producer.
I wonder if this is lucrative. The scam producers. This might be more lucrative than just try to fucking place beats. I think it's down to pay for placements. I think if you can use an email, you can try and get placements yourself. I don't know. That's just my view on it. True. I got this email 20 times already. I haven't gotten it yet, but I don't really like grind for placements. I kind of don't really care. There's just too much competition. Like you're better off just like making your own shit at this point.
You know, these are my credentials. This is my name. If someone's not scamming you, they're not going to try to convince you that they are who they say they are in the first email, because they are who they are, right? They're telling the truth. Why would it's like when someone says, hey, I got to tell you what happened and I'm not going to lie to you. Why are you even qualifying what you're about to say as not a lie before even saying it? That's suspicious. So this isn't me, by the way. Shout out to the producer who provided me with these screenshots. He replied, yes, I would be interested. And then this is also copy and paste. Okay, fam.
I like how it's like you blocked out the fucking name here. Like you might as well like not block it if they're scamming. You know what I mean? Like why protect them? You might as well like show people the scam email, that way the email address, that way they know. I mean, in case like you get the same exact email address and you'll know. Content idea, scamming my fellow producers to see if this scam is lucrative. You know, okay, I know you're joking there, but it would actually be kind of fire to like see if I could trick my friends into getting scammed. See if I can scam my friends. Not clickbait, but then don't actually scam them. Like just try to trick them.
Here's the reply. The executive producer is finishing up with the final touches. He just requires one last payment on your side of $36.75.
Dude, you have to be pretty fucking stupid to fall for that.
That's a lot of money for a scam, which will cover all miscellaneous fees. What in the fuck?
Why is it $36.75? That's like oddly specific.
Is a miscellaneous fee based on the potential of where the deal is going.
I know they didn't even try, dude.
Take the responsibility.
Miscellaneous fee.
Benevolent. Are you not kind? Look at that. This scammer is even paying for 30% of this fake miscellaneous fee for you. It's like somebody robbing you at gunpoint and saying, you know what, give me your wallet, but I'm going to give you 30% of it back once you hand it over to me. I have just paid 500 of my...
Like, I wonder if they're like, okay, if we make it like a specific number, it'll sound less like a scam. So you got to pay $1,102.
1102. So like, listen to this pushy ass language. They're just being so pushy. I've already paid. They're trying to guilt trip you. I already paid my 500. Now it's your turn. Now you have to fulfill your obligation. The beauty about this is that the overall amount can be paid.
Yeah, they're trying to like make you feel like, oh, well, he paid for it, so you know, it must be good. Since I paid for it, you know, do your duty now and pay for the rest of it.
Absolutely not how the music business works, paying in installments. So let me show you how this actually works. I'm going to show you some examples of real emails that I've gotten for real placements. So this one hurt my heart because it was a big placement that never happened. But anyway,
gathering assets for the project and the attached sample and such forms for
Number one, I'm getting contacted by an official email address. I blocked it up, but you can see the domain. It's UMusic. So it's not Gmail, it's not Yahoo. It's actually from the label. They have a, you know, what is this called? A signature with the label's logos and all that. And they're not asking me for money. They are contacting me and sending me forms. They're getting right down to business. Remember I said in the last video about loop makers.
Move forward, fam.
Who send uncleared samples and claim that you can use them 100% because they created them. Yeah. The label sends samples.
I'm curious what this
session forms when you get a placement. So you start putting, well, I got this from YouTube on a sample and session form. They're going to eat your little dumbass up. So don't get caught up in that. That's besides the point though. So once I send that information, God, I forgot to blank out some stuff in here, man. Whatever. I'm not going to stop the video. So note again, music domain.
So I just want to see how much money he's getting. Show me the money. Pooh Shiesty. Damn, dude. We're asking to bring this in at a fee of $12,500.
Who they're claiming they are, because they actually are who they are claiming to be. They don't have to do all this. Here's my YouTube, check my Genius page. Those are all red flags. And they right away say, hey, this is what we need from you. Here's what we're offering you. This is for a sync license. They're not asking me to pay. They're saying this is an all-in $25,000 fee for the synchronization. Then they also attached the terms. Like if there's nothing else that you get from me showing you these examples, it's that they pay you, you don't pay them for a placement. And that's why the scam that I just showed you is easy to spot. They're definitely getting people. They're definitely getting people. It's a shame because common sense should tell us that we don't pay to work. We don't go to Target and say, hey, what if I paid you $20 an hour? Could I wear the red vest and sit behind the POS? And
okay, if I could just, industry producers lied to. Let's just see this part here.
Kind of thing. Here's a Reddit thread where the guy says, this is definitely a scam. The guy is certified and has 40,000 followers. That will get a lot of people. If a verified profile, not on Twitter anymore because Elon messed all that up, but on Instagram, if there's a verified profile contacting you and asking you for money, you're probably going to think it's legitimate, right? And again, this automatically should have...
Bro, I've seen videos before of like verified or like industry people like scamming though. Like I don't know if you guys have ever watched Progress before, but he used to do a lot of videos on that sort of thing.
Warning bells sounding in your head because
I don't know why he stopped uploading, man. He used to make some good shit.
Because of the two criteria that I named at the beginning. Two, one, they're reaching out to you, for an opportunity that they're offering that you somehow have to pay for.
Okay. Yeah, we got the idea. Progress.